Alright, I'm live. Hey guys, it's Arcos5 here, and I'm trying to learn how to do live streaming again. Now, the video.
Hey y'all, it's me, your favorite Pokemon game show host, back with another final game show.
This should be good.
The best? Probably not. Welcome our new cast of lucky contestants. Captain Kid, welcome back. Pixie, you're here for the first time.
Pixie? I've never heard of this
very
VTuber
excited.
before.
I'm a
I'm sorry, but
Pokemon knowledge master.
But yeah,
I know
this
everything
VTuber
and
looks nice.
anything.
We will put that to the absolute test.
What's Ravska's speed stat?
Next person, next contestant.
All right, Jacob, welcome
Yeah.
back again.
Hi, my name's Jacob, and Rabska's speed stat is 45.
Oh, we've
Wow,
got some
that's
tough competition.
Wow.
And then Cade, my favorite little contestant, who's apparently been in every single one.
What can I say? I just love Pokemon. Thanks for having me.
When I think of Luigi the God, I think of Pokemon. It just makes sense.
Exactly.
I
Everyone
think about
does.
your PNG not fitting my entire webcam.
Feel free to squash and stretch as needed.
Whoa. It feels so much better now.
All right, we're on to the first question, though. What Pokemon is a bitch? What is your interpretation of bitch? I don't know.
Man, if
What
I
kind
had
of
to answer
questions
this
are
one-
these?
This is not a trivia show.
If I had to answer which Pokemon is that way, I'm gonna have to say either Grimmsnarl or that one Pokemon, that has that one thing that looks like a Nosuke, but a pig.
Show, just so you know.
It's all based on logic and facts, Pixie. I will say that.
Yeah, I'm locking in Serena as that bitch. If I'm-
Oh, wait, that's a good one.
That was a good answer.
Thank you.
That's
Serena.
another good
And I
answer.
found a great answer. Get the bleep button ready because I have the T bitch,
Whoa.
Regirock.
Oh,
Reggie-
no.
oh shit.
No, Reggie Rock with handbag. You're right.
I took the question in a little bit of a different direction, and my answer is Ultra Necrozma. Because that Pokemon is a son of a
Necrozma that
bitch to
way?
deal with. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, base stats of 754.
They call him the Nuzlocke killer.
It's such a silly answer, but
Wow.
I immediately, with like thinking of you, Jaden, I thought of Frostlass and like the one video
Oh.
you did with your nose. I don't know. That's like a bitchy Pokemon.
I would definitely define Frostlass as a bitch, and I've said it before,
Yeah.
and I'll say it in the future until I die. These are all incredible answers. I like every
That's
single
really
one.
a good
but
answer with that
I
one,
do
with that
like
Ultra
Braden
Necrozma thing.
your interpretation of
It's hard
the
to beat
cuntiest
Regirock.
bitch.
Yeah, I think as soon as he said it, I was like, that's the winner.
I thought about
Oh.
playing to my audience. I almost said Charizard for you, Jaden. I don't know if that,
That
would
is
have
that
gotten the
is
point.
true. You can
Chars-
cater to me. I will.
Charizard. How is I don't get it. I don't understand it, but that's how he rolls.
show bias and favoritism. What Pokemon mansplains the most?
This is a great follow-up question, honestly.
Geodude or Machamp, in my opinion.
I'm just locking in quick. Everyone else can take their time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just off vibes alone, I'm gonna lock in Diggersby.
You've been on your Diggersby hater arc lately.
I
Oh,
just don't
Diggersby.
think he looks like a very kind man.
I don't expect kind things out of his mouth.
I don't know. As soon as you said mansplit, I just thought of like Machamp, like a man's
Yes,
man.
I think
like
that too,
like Giga
Machamp.
Chad with the 4 arms. I don't know. He's
I can definitely see like Machamp in the gym. He's got like 2 sets of arms, so he mansplains like 2 different types of exercises.
I'm going to have to
True.
lock in Rotom because he never ever shuts up with his very annoying, obvious advice to me while playing a Pokemon
Oh
game.
my god. He actually, that is like canon that he does
He
mansplain.
mansplains everything. I know how to throw a Pokeball for the 1000th time. Leave me alone.
All right, well, here's where all of your answers
shit.
falter. None of those Pokemon are
really shouldn't have
100%
done that.
male. So how can they mansplain something when there
Oh,
can be
shit.
females amongst
Yeah,
them?
nobody knows.
That is why
me
I'm going
during
with
my live
Sock
stream. I
as
swear,
the
someone
number one
notifies me,
mansplainer.
please don't.
Bro is 100% male. He's at the gym. He's coming over. He's correcting your form. he doesn't give a shit. He is going to tell you that what you're doing is wrong, even if you're doing it right. Like, bro is ready to come up and mansplain.
It really truly is all sock.
It's all sock. Yeah, there's no good sock.
Okay, yeah, sock is
My
a good
gosh.
one. That's a good one.
You're locked in today.
I'm locked in. I'm
he's
coming out
locked
swinging.
into
How do I
Yeah.
compete with this?
Brayden, as much as I like your answer and your reasoning, I do
Yeah.
have to go with Cade. I think the fact
That's a
that
great
Rotom
one.
canonically does mansplain, it just is too good for me.
Yeah, that's a pretty
True.
good answer.
Chat
though.
Tot was my first answer, but Rotom is just a better, like an elevated version of that. So good answer, Kate.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What
good answer.
Pokemon gets picked last for dodgeball? Oh,
Aww.
Aw.
no.
Oh, I'm between two answers. I'm gonna lock in Quaxwell based on name alone. Nobody named
Waxwell?
Quaxwell is getting picked any earlier than last for dodgeball.
You have to prove yourself to the student body if your name is Quagswell.
I feel like Quaxwell might be a little swift. Like he's kind of like outwardly appears to
Same
be not
No, I
here.
don't
good at
think he'd be the
dodgeball, but-
worst, but that's
Yeah.
also not the question.
Cade, did you have one?
Yes. And you can take one or the other because the answer is Voltorb or Electro. Because how are you going to play dodgeball if you're just the ball?
Bro, that's like one of the fastest Pokemon in existence. Bro is never getting hit with a ball.
Okay. Well, try throwing the ball, Electrode. He can't catch it. He can't throw it. He's losing.
All right, so you might have picked up on my logic here with me berating everybody else's answers. But I look for the slowest possible Pokemon. And who better than Puku Muku? A base speed stat of 5. Bro is not moving anywhere. In fact, part of his
I mean, it's
design
true.
is that he is supposed to get hit with
He's
things
definitely not
so that he can
anyway.
bounce them back. And that is the worst possible attribute to have in the game of dodgeball, where you're trying not to get hit. So that is why
That
Puku
is
Muku
true.
would always get picked last for dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh, and the little spikes would just like burst all the balls too.
Yeah, actually, maybe he's so bad for the question. I don't even think he would get picked. He wouldn't even get picked last.
Oh, odd number, Pukumuku on the bleachers.
I thought of the floppy little Stunfisk. He don't got no arms.
Oh.
He's just flailing on the ground and nobody likes him. I've never seen a Stunfisk fan in existence yet.
Being picked for dodgeball is a vibe check more than
Yeah.
athletics check.
For sure.
I agree.
Oh, this one's hard. Just based on vibes, I'll give it to Pixie. I think people are going to
Yeah.
isolate
Yeah, that's
Stunfisk and
actually
think
true.
he's a little
Stunfisk
dweeb,
would
and I
actually be
think that
best
is
for dodgeball.
the main thing that people take into consideration with when picking dodgeball teams.
Yeah, it's a matter of aura.
Yeah.
I agree.
The whistle blows and everyone throws the ball at Stunfisk anyway.
Get him out of here. Oh.
Damn.
What Pokemon posts to r/am I the asshole?
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to lock in right off the bat. It's Mewtwo. Mewtwo has been through so much shit in his life, but is it not justified? Does he not have a point? I think the good people of Reddit.com would shower him with karma because they would agree
Yeah.
with him and his
He's
perspective.
Fair point.
Yeah, he's definitely got the mindset to be like open to hearing if he's wrong, but wants to like justify everything he's done as well.
Yeah. And, you know, Mewtwo's really smart. Redditors are really smart. It just makes sense.
I thought of Absol. Is
Oh.
like being like
Oh.
the
That's a
father
good
of
answer.
disasters, but often he
Absol.
got blamed.
Yeah,
He's
like
just trying to be a good guy, and he
Am I
It's
the
such a
asshole for causing this tsunami in Japan?
yeah. Am I the asshole for going to the grocery store and then an earthquake happens?
yeah.
Oops, accidentally told like 4,000 people they were going to die.
Imagine a post of saying, "Am I the asshole?" when I throw a giant rock in the air and a Corviknight happens to get hit by it, and the whole species blames me. Is Tinkaton the asshole? Who knows? The Corviknight just happened to be there.
I just happen to be throwing rocks in the sky.
Mine, I think, is a real asshole. I'm talking about Poison Heal Gliscor. Bro
Oh.
ruins the fun. He
Not
ruins
bad
the
answer,
competitive
actually.
integrity
I
of the
would go
game.
for him.
And then he's like, wait, but Breloom's doing the same thing and people love him. So it's like, where's this coming from? Why do
Wow.
people hate me but not that guy?
I like that you took it in a very, very like competitive
Oh,
actual
I really do
tournament
enjoy- I really do enjoy
legal
reacting
set.
videos more. This is
I
actually-
have to give it to Jacob
This
because
is actually a nice way to relax.
I
My
think
time.
Tinkaton has the attitude of someone who would post to "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah,
I just think
true.
that they're justified for being an asshole.
or they're like
Yeah.
posting just to prove a point.
I think it has to feel like someone who would actually post on Reddit, and Tinkaton feels like the most Reddit Pokemon of the 4 that we
Yeah.
listed.
little shit. And the final of this section. What Pokemon makes fan edits of Gojo X Geto?
Oh,
wow.
Very specific shit.
It's such silly logic, but I'm gonna go with the one Pokemon who can paint with his tail. Smeargle's gonna wait. Is
Oh,
it painting art or is it
whoa,
like
you
writing
just-
fan fiction?
That's
Which
honestly
one?
neither.
insane.
Yeah,
It's
that's actually a good
fan-
answer.
you know,
somewhat,
like-
yeah.
You know, like fan cams when
Fan
you show like
cams.
the profile picture and then hearts go and it goes boom, 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 and it does all these flips. And
I was gonna lock in. I was looking up female only Pokemon because let's be real.
yeah.
And just like who would be this into doomed yaoi, and then my brain went into a different direction. I was gonna lock in Gothapel, but
Ooh.
she felt too composed to be so mentally damaged by a yaoi ship, so I'm
Uh-huh.
locking in Gotharita.
Oh, the
Jacob, I
think she
beat you.
just-
That was my
Rita.
answer.
That
Ooh, you
I'm
said it
sorry,
first.
yeah. She locks
Alright,
it in, and also I found out her species name is the Manipulate Pokemon, so
Oh.
that's funny for the future.
Damn.
Ooh.
Dang.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Cade.
Great minds think alike.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking like more female-esque Pokemon, but then I went with male Salandit.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit of like gender dysphoria. So maybe he is a female and he just doesn't know it yet, and so he would make fan edits of Gojo X Ghetto, and that's like his awakening moment. I don't
Your
know.
answer
Wow.
is
Or her,
trans
excuse me.
Salandit.
Are you
Anyway,
saying-
you're
Yeah,
shooting
so
for
What are
we'll
you
go with
saying?
trans or
Trans
Brayden?
male Salandit. Maybe
Wait,
cut
can
that
I
out. I don't know if
I
this one works.
mean, hey, at least you know something. That's good.
Well, now it's funnier to keep in.
Can I change my answer? I locked eyes on this guy and I knew immediately Drizzile. Just with
Drizzile.
his haircut that he's got in that eye. He just looks like the type of person to do a fan
He
edit.
definitely consumes a lot of manga and media.
I feel like he calls it manga.
Manga.
Yeah.
I've been
What's
watching
your favorite
manga.
manga, guys?
My favorite's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Kaisen.
No, he calls it by its English name.
He calls it Magical Battle.
Oh, I totally forgot that's what it's called because it's such a bad title.
I think Alcremie strikes me as the type of Pokemon that could be into Doomed Yaoi. In the
I
way
do
that
see
like
it.
Gotharita is kind of like the edgy version of the Yaoi fan, Alcremie is softer version of the Yaoi fan. I feel like there's that dichotomy there. And I think Alcremie
yeah.
falls into
Okay.
that.
Great answer.
This was very far out of my wheelhouse, and you can tell based on how bad my answer was compared to everybody else.
I think I liked that one. It caught me off guard. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I like the Alcremie because it just makes me think of like the stereotype that the Sanrio girlies are evil.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. Yeah, I was
Yes.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I will have to give this one to Cade. The
Yeah.
little girlie. She
Wow.
definitely has like keychains on her bags and everything.
Yes.
You know. All right, we're moving into the next section, but it's not going to be evident what section this is yet because we've got a warm up.
Uh-oh.
What Pokemon has committed a crime? I want to know what Pokemon committed a
Ziggazoon.
crime and what it was.
I got my
Oh.
answer. I'm
I
ready.
have an answer too.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock in with the obvious. It's Crocodile.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's in the-
That's profiling,
That's a good answer.
asshole.
It's his name.
What if my name was Rob?
I think the story would write itself. But I mean, look at him. He's big. He's burly. He has like a burglar mask on. This dude definitely
This is
did some like,
profiling 101.
aggravated
I'm
assault
looking up
or-
his
or, like,
I'm looking up
robbery
his
with a deadly
Pokedex
weapon.
entries right now, and if it doesn't say anything about him being a crook, you look like an asshole. Buddy.
I will be canceled, but I'm willing to take that risk.
So this is like pulling from my Pokemon D&D campaigns. He's appeared twice in them, but Shiinotic, just with that blank
Oh, the
stare and smiling
little freak.
face, he just stalks and follows the main party. He's done it in 2 different campaigns with 2 different groups. He's just
I mean,
breathing
yeah, that's a fair
heavily and
point.
like following them at a very uncomfortable distance, and just staring and watching. And
They were
Yeah.
trying to make like a little happy fairy mushroom, but he is a little freak. That's an okay profiling.
That's
Cade.
okay.
Notes.
Look, if I can back up my answer, I'm looking at the Pokedex entries right this very moment. Very violent Pokemon. They try to clamp down on anything that moves in front of their eyes.
That's just
Oh,
crocodiles.
They hunt from 30 meters away in a sandstorm. They can see everything.
That's
just
just
instincts.
wildlife.
They're casing
We're
the
moving
joint.
on. We're moving
That is
on.
the
I would pick
ecosystem.
a less suspecting Pokemon to be on trial, and I'm going to
Mhm.
lock in Butterfree for its various spores. I'm sure
Ooh.
that if willing, they could commit a collection of crime if they so choose to.
Some substance
Oh,
abuses.
come on. I would say Gengar at this point. If that was me in there, I
Yes.
would say Gengar.
Or I was going like a chloroform route, but yeah, that works.
Oh, true. I
Wow,
see
the
that.
insidious Butterfree.
I mean, what is sleep powder if you think about it?
I do. My answer, we're not going to move too far along in the Pokedex, actually, for my answer. Because my answer is Wartortle, and his crime is terrorism. If you've ever played Pokemon Unite, you're 7 minutes in, your teammates, so he's terrorizing your team.
Terrorism.
You're 7
Elo
minutes into the
terrorism?
game, somehow Wartortle is still waddling around. Bro's literally doing nothing. These terrorists on my team sabotaging my games. It's Wartortle.
All right, to summarize, Braden, you're saying Wartortle for terrorism.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Pixie, you've said Shinotic
Shinotic for stalking.
stalkerish
All right.
tendencies. Jacob, you've
Mhm.
said Butterfree for
Possession of
roof-
illegal substances.
Exactly. And Cade, you said Crocodile because he looks evil.
Because he is
Wow.
evil.
There's actually, I'm not picking an answer right now because you guys all have just become defense lawyers for this Pokemon.
Oh,
How do
no.
you defend them in court?
Your Honor, my Pokemon is clearly being profiled.
I think for Shinotic, I can just argue he's harmless. He's just a friend. He just wants to be around people. He's been a lonely little mushroom guy. He doesn't quite know social cues. He doesn't know how to like approach people normally and say hi. He just does it in his own special Shinotic way. So let's just cut him a little bit of slack and
All right.
have some empathy and
Mm.
understanding and
That's
compassion.
an Am I
for
the
this
Asshole
guy.
post.
That is.
Wow.
Am I the asshole
Wow.
for just wanting friends? They're calling me a stalker over here.
Your Honor, sabotaging a 10-minute online game of Pokemon Unite is not actually an act of terrorism, so therefore my Pokemon is totally safe. Wartortle, like
Your Honor, I would like to plead that at the date of this crime, my client was still a Metapod.
Oh.
They
Oh.
couldn't have possibly
he was just
been
getting
at the scene
hard.
of the crime.
Do we have a witness to confirm this alibi?
No.
But Kendra Benjamin's not coming to the stand. Can we call?
Okay, well, no
Kendra
one else
Benjamin to the
asked if
stand?
they had a witness.
Wow.
Maybe the Wartortle is a terrorist. I don't know.
As ironic as it is, I feel like Cade is the only one that came with an actual defense. The
Thank you,
others
Your
are
Honor.
hypothetical. However,
I don't think
Cade,
mine's hypothetical.
as shitty as you were the first round, you really brought it back the second round.
Thank
You gave him
thank
the
you.
answer.
Yes, you know,
Good point.
So that was a warm up into this next section where I'm going to be giving you guys specific Pokemon and specific crimes they've committed, and I need you to defend them. All right, your first job, all of you did great. But Parasect is charged with possession and distribution of illegal substances. How do you defend him?
He was a Paris back then.
Your Honor, I would like to make my defense. Parasect is literally dead.
That was gonna be mine.
Therefore, we cannot charge him with
Oh.
any crimes.
I think we could charge the Parasite or like the Parasite with a crime.
Your Honor, if I puppet around a corpse and I grab a little baggie of weed with his hands, like, and hand it to somebody else, that's not him committing that crime. That's actually me committing that crime using his body. In fact, I should receive more punishment for doing that to this poor man's corpse.
Your Honor, I would like
Wow.
to point out that one of Parasect's abilities is called Affect Spore. So, any little jostle, any physical touch to the Pokemon sometimes causes, a poison powder or like a sleep
she
spore
actually did
or
her
a paralyzing
research.
spore
Okay,
can
that's good.
fall off of
That's a
him.
good way to defend
He
the
can't
Pokemon.
help that. It's not up to him. It's just the way that he was made. So how can we charge him for that? You know, how
So
can
where
we
does
fault him
weed
for-
come into that?
Whenever he's touched, he just spits out weed.
Oh, wow.
So he's got a lot of it. He's got a lot of it. Your Honor,
More than
I
that.
got nothing. This motherfucker's guilty as hell. Lock him up. I never want to see him in my Nuzlocke again. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Send him home. Send him home.
There was an answer that I would have taken immediately, and that was to plead insanity. It's hard. I think the closest answer was Cade's, that he is technically dead, and you have the wrong man.
He's not in control of his actions.
All right, next one. Annihilate is charged with motor vehicle theft.
Your Honor, he's a monkey. He can't drive.
That was the Pokemon I was thinking of. What Pokemon could be the Eep.
He would never know how to operate a vehicle. That it just would never get to that point.
There's security footage of him in the car.
It's a ghost. You can't see him. He doesn't show up on the footage.
Your Honor, he was selling points, or he was selling the points. He was selling the car parts to pay for his sick child, Mankey. You know, he made
Oh,
money.
wow.
So
This is not a
yeah.
sympathetic Pokemon. I'll
So
tell
he
you that
has
much.
Yeah,
confirmed
he
has
his
done
pen
the
is just to
crime.
be- to be
It was for a
butthole.
good reason.
Yeah, you also just admitted it.
The gavel
Wait,
hits
no way.
This is
I'm
so- this
putting
is
it
why
down
I'm
on
not
that
a lawyer.
one.
Dog, this is my lawyer. My ass is going to jail.
This is why I'm not a lawyer. This is why I don't play.
Your
Age
Honor,
30.
he did do it, but he's really sorry.
Your Honor, considering the security camera footage that we have available to the court at this time, are we positive that that is my client and not a primate instead? I can't quite make it out with the level of quality. Who's to say that that's truly my client?
I respect the just straight up, nope, didn't do it.
Yes, my client has been known to be a bit rough around the edges, but never has he been known to be a thief. I think that this Pokemon is rude, a bit of an asshole, so to speak, a certifiable hater. But there is no evidence submitted to the courts that would supply that Annihilate would commit theft. My defense, Your Honor, is nuh-uh.
Annihilate can actually learn Thief by TM, therefore it can steal. Checkmate.
What's up with this shit, Brayden? Every time I pitch anything, you have to play on the prosecutor.
Wow.
I have 1 point. I'm in last place. I gotta try to do something.
Wow.
I fucking
Then
suck at
target
these games.
Cade.
I'm trying to take down everybody's answer. I called Volpixie a shitty lawyer.
Hey,
Wow.
he was just trying to
I'm trying
help
to
a
take
sick
everybody
child.
down.
Order in my court, order in my court. None of these would have flown in court.
The guy
I
was
think
gonna
all
throw
of them,
down.
they would.
Yeah,
have been
because he
tossed
clearly
out.
did it.
Well, that's the part of the defense. Okay, I think so. Since none of you convinced me. I have to go based on professionality, and I think Jacob, your speech, I think it landed. I
I
like
don't think that's how the courts work.
look. You came
Tell
in
the
with a
Jane
suit
go-
and tie, and you looked the part. I think that counts for something.
Can we get a
Yeah,
retrial?
counts.
I don't know if this is
No, we're moving on.
didn't know she even had a
Pikachu
suit
is
and tie
charged with
at all.
murder.
he did it. He's guilty. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, he's actually charged with electricity. No, but seriously though, he didn't do it.
Pikachu can't actually learn charge cane. No, that wouldn't work.
Brayden,
Oh my
I need
God.
you to be quiet.
This guy.
now.
This
I need-
guy.
I swear.
You know, this Pikachu clearly is committing the stabby stab murder, you know, and then shocking them for good measure. But as
We
you
might be the
see,
worst lawyers of
this-
all time. This is
no,
Yeah,
but
there's
you'll
no way I'm
see
defending
the
that.
Pikachu sitting here is of a normal color palette. The one in the video is a shiny.
If we can make up
Ooh,
evidence,
good
this
one,
becomes a
good
lot
one.
easier.
Your Honor. This video is clearly AI generated. This video was clearly constructed by Big Digimon. Big Digimon is still trying to take down our boy Pikachu, and they used AI tools to create a falsified video of Pikachu committing murder. This actually never happened.
Your Honor, this isn't just any Pikachu. It's a specialized Pikachu who sticks around with a partner. So I don't think Pikachu would have had any time to commit murder when stuck alongside the 10-year-old of red or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't think there would have been time. I mean, if you're going to try the Pikachu, try the child too. Let's see how that one goes.
It was a double operation, maybe.
No, it wasn't. That's my
He was-
point.
Oh.
He was a
You're
bystander.
putting words into my mouth.
My best
Wow.
defense would have to be that poor little Pikachu could never kill anybody. He could zap them in a very comedic fashion and make them turn all like smoky, but he would never kill. He has never been known to kill. It doesn't fit his MO.
Cade's right. Pikachu sucks so much.
This Pikachu is clearly not holding a light orb, so it does no damage.
Wow.
You know, no one gets a point. I'm not convinced.
What?
We're moving on.
Then what was the point?
Your Honor, we're doing our best.
We're on to the next section. So the way this one is going to work is I'm going to give you a fact about a Pokemon, and they're going to get more and more specific. If you can get it on the first guess, that's 5 points, and then the second guess is 4 points. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
The first hint for this one: this Pokemon is a flying type. Pretty simple,
Alright.
pretty broad. I'd be surprised if any of you guys
No,
got it.
I got
based on
it.
this
I
one.
got it.
I'm locking-
I know.
I'm locking in Dodrio.
Okay, so Brayden has
I'm locking in Tajikis.
punched in Rayquaza. Pixie
And I'm right,
has punched in Pidgeot. Cade, Charizard, and Jacob Dodrio. We are going to be moving on to the next question. No one has gotten it right. This Pokemon is an
Wow.
evolution. So we have the answers that everyone said: Gyarados, Staraptor, Unfezant, and Corusquire. Unfortunately, again, no one has gotten it right yet, which
Whoa.
is
What Pokemon is
not
it then?
surprising. This Pokemon's attack stat is 125.
Oh, I'm never gonna guess
I
that.
don't know.
If you know your flying type stats, this one eliminates a lot of them.
Wait, can we quickly run
Ooh,
through
I'm
all
not
the answers
expert
that
at
have been
flying
guessed
type
again one more
stats.
time, please?
No. The submitted answers are Ledian and Archeops. Brayden and
Oh.
Jacob have gotten the Pokemon, so you guys each
Yeah,
get
that
3
makes
points.
sense.
Oh, wow. What was it?
125 attack. That's a lot.
We're moving
That is a
on.
lot of
Hopefully,
attack.
this one will start narrowing it down.
Yeah.
This Pokemon was introduced in Gen 4.
I think I know.
The 2 answers submitted are Staravia and Braviary. Unfortunately, neither are correct. We're going to the final.
The most powerful middle stage evolution of all time.
Oh, wow.
This Pokemon wears a hat
Oh.
made of feathers.
Oh,
I'm faster.
I got it.
All right,
Who did it first?
everyone has guessed the Pokemon. It was Honchkrow.
Oh yeah, that was the Pokemon that reminded me of. but
Love
I couldn't guess
Honchkrow.
it. I couldn't guess
Narrowing
all
it
the
down
time.
immediately, this Pokemon is from Gen 1.
Well, back to Bulbapedia I go.
Guys, I'm locking in Charizard, just so you know.
We've got Vulpix, Charizard, and Tangela. None of these are correct. I can't believe you guys thought I would put Charizard in my game show. This Pokemon is purple.
Okay.
Crobat?
There are a lot of purple Pokemon.
Yeah, there's
and
Yeah, I
there's
thought it
like
would be
many
easy, and then I started
purple
thinking
Pokemon.
of them.
Crobat?
Question:
I don't know.
is this Pokemon purple always? Like, has this Pokemon
Always?
always been purple?
I don't know what that means.
Like
Like
you know, how
Haunter
Pokemon
wasn't
have like
purple.
changed colors throughout the year, kind of. There's like certain Pokemon. Like if you look at Gligar's Gen 4 sprite, bro looks like a shiny, and then
Yeah,
that's
he
just
does
like
look
what
like
a shiny
blue.
is. Yeah.
I'm not
No,
sure
I'm
if that
pretty sure this
Crobat's
Pokemon
Gen
has always
1.
been known to be purple.
So I
Okay.
definitely
All
am
right,
wrong.
we've got Muck, Ditto, and Gengar. We are moving on to the next round.
Oh man.
One of this Pokemon's abilities is Levitate.
Has the ability always been levitate?
Who's to say?
I think that's an important question.
No, it's always been Levitate. There's been a Zubat and Haunter. Another person guessed in the evolution line. Pixie, you got it right.
Oh wow.
I think I know it's one or the other.
This Pokemon sprite was originally incorrect.
Okay, I got it.
I lost the 50-50, man. This sucks.
All right, everyone's gotten it right now. It was coughing. The last one was
Coughing?
this Pokemon expels poisonous gas. Coughing. This is the
Wow.
final one we're going to be doing in this section.
Ooh.
This Pokemon is or evolves from a starter Pokemon. So we're working with some starters here.
Okay.
Charizard.
So we have Charizard, Blaziken, Florigato, and Incineroar. We're moving on to the next
A lot
Yeah,
of
you were
fire
not
type
getting this one
Lots of fire types.
for that one.
One of this Pokemon's level up moves is Slash.
All right, back to Bulbapedia.
I
Honestly, a
fooled
lot of
you.
them do learn Slash, so that does.
Yeah, I made sure
particularly
that this
narrow
one
it
wouldn't
down.
give the answer away.
Yeah, I'm just locking in a random one and we'll see if it hits.
All right, we've got Charmeleon, Grovyle, Duat, and Croconaw. We are moving on again to the next one. This Pokemon is 195 pounds.
Anyone can
Bulbapedia-
guess
no
that.
Bulbapedia
I'm like
for-
this. It takes
for
an
this
expert to
one.
know.
You underestimate how quick I am with the Bulbapedia knowledge.
Look, if you cheat on your test, I won't be able to know.
If I'm right, I'm tight because I was gonna guess this last round, and then Braden was like, "There's a lot of Pokemon that learn Slash." So then I was like, "I'm gonna guess a later gen."
We've got Empoleon, Combustion. Two people have gotten it right, Jacob and Braden.
Ah.
Pissed off.
All right, I feel like this could be a good one that you guys a
Yep, stop my alarm.
helpful one.
Okay.
In this Pokemon sprite, it's
Oh.
known for its giant ass.
That's the dead
What?
giveaway right there. That's the dead giveaway.
I know this one.
What?
If only you knew, Pixie, how giant the ass is.
Not even.
With back sprite, it's about the back sprite.
Yeah.
It is the back sprite.
Well, what is it?
Well, we've
Well,
got
that's not how
one
the
more.
game
Let's see if you
Well,
can guess.
that-
Let's see.
It was too long for the game it was introduced in.
What do you mean? What the?
What?
Think about who has a big butt.
See, it's blue.
There's samurai. There's actually 9 blue guys.
I'm locking in that you guys said someone said Gen 3. So I was trying
No.
to lock that in.
Well,
Nope.
We
Well,
said
I
it's a
think-
Pokemon who's in Gen 3, not a Gen 3's Pokemon.
so that narrows it down to there's 3 blue guys that are from Gen 3 that it could possibly be from, including
and
their
Blastoise
evolutions.
doesn't really
Oh,
strike
So
me
is
as a
there's
it-
actually
flashy
still
guy.
9 of them. There's still 9.
How did
evolutions.
I love this guy. How did I not think of him? Is that
you
right?
got it,
Blastoise.
Pixie.
Yeah, I would never
Okay.
actually
I'm
thought
dumb.
that.
I can't believe it. It was like my favorite starter too. How did I not
Have
think
you
of that?
seen that back sprite?
How are you a
Pixie, please
Feraligatr
check the
fan and you
general
have
chat.
not seen
Let me
the big
see.
dumpy on Feraligatr?
Why did they draw him like that?
Editor, please show the dumpy on
I
Feraligatr.
forgot that he had the dumpy. I
The final section, Pokemon Jeopardy. We're doing a whole new
Ooh.
game show, folks.
Are we banning Bulbapedia for Pokemon Jeopardy?
Yeah, no more open notes.
I will.
we can keep the
Please
list
choose
up,
a
right?
category. We've
Okay.
got and Hatsune Miku
Let's do unique types for 400.
for 400. All right,
Wow.
everyone have their buzzers ready.
Ready?
Yes.
Goomba Flushed is locked
This
in.
Pokemon is a fighting fairy type. Braden, you have gotten this one
What?
first.
Who is Iron Valiant?
Iron Valley?
No!
But
Okay,
The
well, I
answer-
want to
I
say,
couldn't say it on
per
time.
Jeopardy rules, you got to wait till the question's done.
Oh, well,
Oh.
okay. To be fair, the only time I've ever played this game, it was literally just all 4 of us were just mashing the spacebar button trying to get it tabbed in as quickly as possible. So from now on, I will wait until the question is read.
Now I guess Braden, you just go. You get to choose now.
Okay, I'll do unique types for 200.
Unique types for 200. This Pokemon is electric ghost type. Cade, you've buzzed in.
It's Rotom.
It is.
Who is Rotom?
Rotom.
Who is Rotom? That is exactly what I was looking for.
Am I the only person who's watched Jeopardy here?
Look, the rules are very complicated.
All right, Cade, what
Right.
category do you want?
I am curious. Let's go for Hatsune Miku 200.
Hatsune Miku 200.
Ooh.
Everyone ready?
Ready?
The partner Pokemon of Psychic Trainer Miku.
I'm not going to guess this one.
No one? Oh, okay, Braden.
Who is Chatot?
Meloetta?
That is
What?
incorrect.
That's a-
I'm just gonna guess
Second trainer
Meloetta.
Miku. Dude,
That
I don't know.
is-
I don't know these. I just figured I have got 400 points.
I'm
I'll
just
throw
gonna
one
guess
out there.
Meloetta at this
Pixie,
point.
go ahead.
Who is Gardevoir?
Incorrect. I'm sorry.
Dang it.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not confident enough.
Cade, go ahead.
Who is Alakazam?
Also incorrect. Guys, this is the first one they
Yeah,
ever
I'm
announced.
sitting. I'll be real. I'm sitting the rest of this category out, so you guys can farm
Oh.
me. Jeopardy. That I accrue.
I think I'm confident, so I'm just gonna let it slide by.
Meloetta.
Yeah, I knew it. It was Meloetta.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if Meloetta was the normal Miku or the psychic Miku, so I didn't want to be
Yeah.
wrong.
Chatot was
Oh.
actually the normal Miku.
Chatot is the.
Who is this Pokemon?
Wait,
I
okay.
waited till you were done
Okay,
asking
wait,
the
hold on,
question.
Brayden,
hold
you
on.
went way too
Oh yeah,
fast,
I'm not.
so
gonna
Jacob's
do
the
that.
Who's is for
The answer is who
Okay,
is
yeah.
Deoxys?
Oh,
I'll do it.
Pokemon 4? Okay, and before action test mini game.
Top.
All right,
Let
so
me see how long.
the partner Pokemon of the ground
Oh,
trainer Miku
Sorry, I got excited.
is. I'm
to
sorry,
Jacob
Pixie. I have
first.
to give it to Jacob.
Yeah, that's
600. Okay.
Winner.
All right. I'll be.
I get it wrong. So, who's
Brayden?
Cricketune? Who's Cricketune?
What is
Let's
Cricketune?
go.
What is Cricketune?
that's a good question.
And
Oh,
move
wait,
out
then-
of the way.
Yay!
Wait, who wins?
Yes, again,
Brayden.
guys. Thank you
You
guys for
Wow.
won. You
watching.
scooched out right at the end with Pokemon.
Thank you guys for watching my live stream, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.